When the day that lies ahead of me seems impossible to face, and someone else instead of me always seems to know the way. That's another verse in the Bill Withers song, which you may be familiar with if you listened to it last week. And it introduces the two steps that I want to share with you today about how to have a lovely day and wrap this up. One of them is a generality, a general kind of life guiding principle that I think can be misconstrued and often is, but that's I think because it's not fully understood. It's practicing gratitude. Think about them, spend some time on them, and write down things for yourself. And as I've mentioned before, you can either get a nice notebook or sometimes open a Google Doc, and start a journal. That's where my journal is these days. It's just convenient. Anyway, so practicing gratitude really lays a foundation for having a lovely day because it pivots our focus from what's going on in terms of our own inner struggles and problems and challenges and what's been given to us and what blessings we do have. Because honestly, if you are even able to listen to this podcast, you you're blessed, you're privileged, you have a lot more than you don't have. This is to whether you are a woman of faith or not. I'm speaking to everybody. Like if you are living and breathing, you have things to be thankful for. And that's what I want to encourage you to do. So grab your journal, make that a point of a journal prompt this week. What are some things in my life that I'm grateful for? This is also a practice that I've heard from someone else to start a journal, and every morning, pick three things that you're grateful for, and try not to duplicate it, which is really challenging. I mean, I challenge you to try it 1 week. Try it for 1 week. Three different things. But once I started doing that, I did start seeing my mind shift. And this is kind of silly to share, but the motivation for it was, gosh, I got to come up with three unique things for tomorrow. I got to start thinking about this. But the result was amazing because it did change the quality of my days. It changed, obviously, my mindset and my approach to things. I even on challenging challenges, I tried to look for the bright side, for the silver lining, for the good part of it, so that I could write it in my journal, so that I had something different and unique to write. So I'm going to challenge you with the same thing and just see if it doesn't make a difference. So that's one, practice gratitude. The second one is a little more granular, also a journaling concept, journaling idea. And I want you to pick one thing that you feel, yeah, wasn't quite your best moment, or you didn't handle it well, or just a struggle that you're going through out of the past week. And let me tell you this. This is important. One, O-N-E, just pick one thing. But you're going to look at it from the perspective of how I could have done it better or differently, how I could have handled that differently. Now, it might be just mindset. It also may have been I could have exercised boundaries, and we're going to talk about boundaries in a future episode because uh, boundaries are very important, and they are probably the most loving thing that you can do or set for yourself in your relationships with other people. It's probably the most loving way you can behave. So that's something we're going to talk about later. But anyway, that's what I want you to do. So it's just one event that you feel you could have done better, and how you could have done better. Because this isn't a beat yourself up exercise. This is a how do we do better next time exercise. Okay, and then leave it at that, and then put your week to bed. Put the past to bed. Don't dwell on it.